Beneath the silence of the forest floor, an empire sleeps, guarded by warriors who never rest.
Deep underground, a network of tunnels stretches for miles, a masterpiece of biological engineering.
Information flows as fast as traffic. Chemical signals tell them where to build, where to fight, and where to feed.
Resources are gathered tirelessly. Every calorie is calculated, every grain stored for the colony's survival.
Only the chosen few may pass the royal guards. Beyond this gate lies the heart of the empire. Here she is, the mother, the queen, the sole reason for this city's existence. She has lived in this darkness for 15 years. She has birthed millions.
Every 10 seconds, a new life. An endless assembly line of genetics, ensuring the future of the colony. Every 10 seconds, a new life. An endless assembly line of genetics, ensuring the future of the colony. These are the future soldiers, workers, and perhaps new queens.
Above ground, the colony is a superorganism. A river of legs and jaws that never stops flowing.
They are farmers too, protecting these aphids in exchange for their sweet nectar. A perfect trade. They are farmers too, protecting these aphids in exchange for their sweet nectar. A perfect trade. No ant eats alone. Every drop of food is shared, passed from stomach to stomach, fueling the entire city.
Hygiene is their obsession. Waste and the dead are removed promptly to prevent the spread of disease.
They are master architects, moving tons of earth, grain by grain, without a blueprint or a foreman. But the scouts know the air is changing. The pressure is dropping.
A storm is coming. A deluge that could drown this entire world in minutes. Panic ripples through the ranks. They must return. To us, it is just rain. To them, these are falling bombs, each weighing as much as the ant itself.
The gates are choking. Panic threatens to block the only way to safety.
Instinct drives them to save the harvest. But sometimes, the burden is too heavy.
The landscape transforms instantly. The forest floor becomes a deadly archipelago of flash floods.
The decision is made. The colony must be sealed. Those outside are lost.
Using saliva and soil, they craft a waterproof seal stronger than concrete relative to their size.
The gates are shut. For the stragglers, there is no mercy.
Inside, the roar of the storm is reduced to a gentle vibration. The fortress holds. Roll call. Chemical signals spread the news of who survived and who was lost to the flood.
Deep in the dark, the queen feels the earth tremble. She knows the storm has only just begun.
She tastes it in the air.
Tree roots, usually the skeleton of the colony, now become highways for the flood.
The first breach. The dry sanctuary is violated.
Panic signal. Water is not just wet, it is a chemical signal of death. They rush to plug the leak. A bucket brigade of earth movers fighting a rising tide. But physics is cruel. The pressure is too great. The ceiling gives way.
The harvest is threatened. Wet seeds mean mold. Mold means poison. They must evacuate the stores.
The babies are the priority. White, soft,
and helpless. They must be moved to the deep dark.
At this scale, surface tension makes water hard as glass. A bubble becomes an impassable wall.
The structure fails. Tunnels become tombs.
The storm does damage, but worse, it reveals them. The scent of panic bleeds into the open air.
A scout, Essiton burchellii, the army ant, nature's perfect killing machine. They have found the door. The flood was just the battering ram. Now comes the sword. First contact. The defender is confused. The invader is not. The chemical code changes instantly. Not fix, not run, but kill. The Hev infantry is awakened. Giants bred for one purpose: to crush.
They do not duel. They swarm. They pin the victim down and dismantle it piece by piece.
Quality against quantity. The black giants are stronger, but the red tide is endless. Trapped. Water from above. Monsters from the tunnels. The Queen faces her darkest hour. The Super Major. A biological tank. Heavily armored and unstoppable, it plows through the enemy lines.
One snap. The hydraulic pressure in those jaws can decapitate a predator twice its size.
But the enemy is cunning. Where they cannot walk, they build. A bridge of living bodies to cross the flood. Chemical warfare. Formic acid. A blinding, burning spray that melts the enemy's senses.
But even a tank has weak points. They target the joints.
One guard, one tunnel. He knows he will not survive this. He is buying time. Seconds are precious.
The fortress has fallen. Gaia must do the unthinkable. She must abandon the nest to save the bloodline.
Millions of unborn lives must be left behind. A heavy price for the Queen's survival.
She leaves behind the only world she has ever known. The golden age of the colony is over. The royal highway ends here. Now, only ancient paths remain.
Her burden is the colony's future. It is heavy. It strikes with the force of a spring-loaded trap. Chaos in the dark. It strikes with the force of a spring-loaded trap. Chaos in the dark. A fault line. A scar in the earth. The path has fallen away. A fault line. A scar in the earth. The path has fallen away.
Gravity is just another enemy to be defeated. They become the rope. They become the ladder. The chain stretches. Fibers of muscle and willpower hold the Queen's weight against the abyss.
Touchdown.
She is safe from the fall, but they are now deeper than they have ever been.
The zone of bioluminescence. Here, a rear guard action. If they cannot outrun the enemy, they will bury them. A rear guard action. If they cannot outrun the enemy, they will bury them.
The ceiling comes down. A wall of rock separates the hunters from their prey. The ceiling comes down. A wall of rock separates the hunters from their prey.
The engine stops. She has burned every calorie, every drop of moisture. The Queen is down.
the ultimate sacrifice. The worker gives her own lifeblood to jumpstart the queen's heart.
The deep aquifer, a silent, sunless sea, beautiful and deadly.
They are not sailors, but necessity makes them captains, a flagship of bark for their queen.
They are not alone. In the deep, dark water, things are hungry.
And a fortress of crystal. Here, finally, they can rest.
The dust of the fall is washed away. Order is restored. The queen must be pristine.
A palace of mirrors.
They do not stop. They do not sleep. They unmake the mountains stone by stone. The scent arrives before them. The respite was an illusion. They are here. The scent arrives before them. The respite was an illusion. They are here. The crystal floor. Beautiful, but deadly. The enemy's claws find no purchase here. A war in a jewelry box. The pristine sanctuary turns into a slaughterhouse. They pave the road with their own dead. Friction built from sacrifice. Mother becomes the warrior. A titan cornered, fighting for the very right to exist. A drain. A chute leading to the bowels of the earth. It is a leap into the void. They buy her 3 seconds. 3 seconds paid for with their lives. She is swallowed by the earth, tumbling through the veins of the planet.
The dark river takes her. She is powerless against the current.
The enemy is gone, but so is her colony. She is a queen without a kingdom.
She washes ashore. Broken. Battered. Alone. She washes ashore. Broken. Battered. Alone.
It is a strange, wild land. But there is food. There is water.
Here, in the deep dark, the Empire will rise again. The old world is gone. Long live the Queen.
Time loses meaning in the deep. They wait. They sleep. They starve slowly.
Reserves are running low. To feed the mother, the last daughter must face the darkness alone. She is not the only one hunting. In the cave. She is not the only one hunting. In the cave, silence is just a wrapper for death.
No scent returns. She understands. The burden of survival is now hers alone.
She dissolves her own wing muscles, turning the engine of flight into the milk of life.
Mold is the silent killer. She battles it with her tongue, coating every egg in antibiotic saliva.
Mold is the silent killer. She battles it with her tongue, coating every egg in antibiotic saliva.
The larvae spin their silken tombs. Inside, they will dissolve and rebuild into something new.
She has nothing left to give. She sleeps, hovering on the edge of death, waiting for a miracle.
Movement. The first sleeper is waking up.
A nanitic, the firstborn.
Within hours, her armor hardens. Her first act is not to eat, but to serve.
The solitude is over. The Queen has her court. The engine of the colony is running again. But the Queen is starving. They must breach the wall and face the giants outside.
They fill their social stomachs until they are bursting. Liquid life to bring back home.
They slip past the monsters of the dark. The mission is a success.
The Queen feeds. The crisis is over. Now, the real expansion begins.
From one comes many. In the safety of the dark, the city rises again. Bigger, stronger.
Resources allow for weapons. The first Major is born. A guardian for the new age.
They are master builders, using the cave's waste to build temperature-controlled skyscrapers.
They are not just hunters, they are farmers, cultivating a garden that digests the cave's toxins for them.
The borders push outward. They claim the shore. They claim the dark.
A gift from the ceiling. A fallen Leviathan. Enough meat to feed the city for months.
But the dark has eyes. A sentry vanishes. No signal. No scream.
It wasn't a monster. It was a memory. The red scent. The alarm screams through the ranks. Abandon the harvest. Form the lines. They are relentless, driven by an insatiable hunger that spans miles of earth. The fallen giant becomes a fortress. They hold the high ground on the mountain of fur.
A chemical curtain. Acid rains from the sky, melting the front lines of the invaders.
The fortress falls! The race is on to save the city gates!
Fragmoses, living doors. Their heads are shaped perfectly to seal the breach.
The city is an island in a sea of red. They are surrounded. There is nowhere left to run.
There is no escape tunnel this time. She is too heavy.
The walls are failing. The nightmare is breaking in. Dam breaks. The red flood pours in a ring of steel. The last line of defense between the Queen and oblivion.
No tactics now, only teeth and claws. A meat grinder in the dark.
They draw royal blood. The Queen is vulnerable. She gives the final order. Unleash the acid. Formic acid. In the open, it irritates. In a closed chamber, it kills.
The invaders choke on the fumes. The swarm is broken by chemistry.
The cost is too high. The hunters retreat. The city has survived.
They live. But the floor is paved with the bodies of sisters.
The enemy becomes the shield. A wall of bones to warn the darkness. She realizes the truth. She realizes the truth. To be truly safe, they must leave the Earth entirely. They march upside down. A convoy of life suspended over the abyss. Gravity is the fastest transport. A living cushion protects the cargo. An island, surrounded by the deep, dark water. Unreachable, impregnable. They carve a citadel from the floating stone. A castle with a moat that never runs dry.
The red hunters pace the shore, powerless. The water is a barrier they cannot breach.
The lean years are over. The golden age of the colony has begun. They are no longer refugees. They are an empire of the deep. Storms will rage. Predators will hunt. The cycle demands expansion, not just soldiers to defend, but royalty to conquer the sky.
The cycle demands expansion, not just soldiers to defend, but royalty to conquer the sky.
Armor of glass. Veins of gold.
The gates open. The princes and princesses leave the fortress. The ascent begins.
Heavy with fat and future life, they are clumsy acrobats on a thread of silk. The fall was easy. The climb back to the light is a battle against gravity itself. They pass the monuments of the Great War. The dead standing guard over the living. The Middle-earth is full of bandits, waiting for fat, slow pilgrims to pass by. The bodyguards are expended like ammunition. The cargo must be delivered. The roots are alive. They taste the rain and the sun. The surface is near. The roots are alive. They taste the rain and the sun. The surface is near. Light. Pure, unfiltered, blinding solar power. They have reached the roof of the world.
A universe of green, infinite space, terror and freedom in equal measure.
Here, there is no ceiling to protect them. Death has wings and eyes.
Rise, carrying the genetics of the deep earth into the infinite sky. The nuptial flight begins.
Gone into the great unknown. The escorts remain, their duty fulfilled.
The sky is for the princes. The earth is for the workers. They return to the dark.
The door is shut. The sun is locked away. The fortress is secure once more.
The great effort is over.
In the deep, they have built a paradise. A garden that never sees the sun, yet blooms forever.
The city grows downwards, roots of stone sinking deep into the dark water. Nothing is wasted. The dead feed the living. The circle is unbroken. Water is a wall. The dark is a blanket. They are safe. She is the anchor. She is the anchor. As long as her heart beats, the empire stands.
A city of thousands, one mind, one purpose, a perfect society in the dark. Above, chaos reigns. Below, order endures. They have built their own universe.
Time flows differently here. Stones grow, water carves, and the colony persists. She has seen the end of the world and its beginning. She is the witness.
Listen. That is the sound.
A journey of inches that felt like miles. An odyssey in the soil. The world above forgets. But deep below, the Queen reigns supreme.